What's going on? It's Byron at ETA. What's going on? It's Byron at ETA Wheels. And we're going to walk you through today something that I can't find anywhere else online. How to assemble a Fast 92 intake manifold. I also want to say big shout out. Thank you, Mr. Robert Silvernail. Without you, I wouldn't have this bad boy right here. Zoom in, catch that part number. That is the seal that goes in between the mid piece and the upper. And we're going to walk you through how to do that. So right now, what you're going to need to complete this properly, you're going to need an intake manifold gasket set. These are, hang on, you know what? Let me put you up on the tripod here. And you guys get to come along for the ride. See? Some people pay for this kind of ride. You guys get it for free. Only at ETA Wheels. All right. So, I went with FELPRO. You can go with any of them. They're all really about the same at the end of the day. And in case you've never seen them, that is what they look like. Yay raw, nothing fancy. Next, to complete this, you'll need this big long rope looking thing, the Fast 54022 is the part number. You'll need a set of hex heads so you can torque it. You'll probably need this right here. Let's zoom in on that so you can catch that, because I wish I would have known this in the beginning. You need this. This is the Fast Bolt install kit. This is everything you need to install a Fast 92. And this is what you got. As you can see, everything's nicely packaged. These, I believe, are the valley cover bolts. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, yeah, these are the valley cover bolts. So these little button heads right here are what you need when you put the intake manifold on. And if you don't have them, let me show you what happens. See this? See that? That. That's what's going to happen. So if you're not careful, you're going to basically put a hole in the bottom of your shell. Thankfully, I caught it in time. You're going to need some type of fuel line disconnect tool. This is nothing fancy. And Permatex Ultra Black. I went with the Ultra Black because it's rated at 500 Fahrenheit. Should be more than enough. It's not a requirement, but I highly recommend you get new fuel injector O-rings, leave nothing to chance, and a throttle body gasket. So, that being said, we're going to get into it. That's the top. You can see, this is my memorial. Every one of these has a name. This is the middle piece. As you can see here, these are the screws that hold, they go around here, okay? And speaking of that, I just want to show you guys this real quick. These are little spacers and stuff. See these little nuts right here? There's the washers. And there's, okay, these are the, I think these are the throttle body. Of course, Fast, you didn't provide me any fucking part numbers or, you know, anything cool. So I gotta figure all this shit out on my own. These are clearly to mount the intake manifold to the car. Okay, so let's figure this out together real quick, shall we? All right. Valley cover bolts. Check. Manifold mount bolts. Check. I bet these are the throttle body by the size of them. Don't know. Various washers. You're going to need 6 of these nuts right here. Not to be confused with these nuts. And then you've got these 6 little fellas right here. Now when I bought this intake manifold, I didn't realize this. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 is around here somewhere, probably right there. Anyway, there's 6 fucking bolts that go 3 in the front, 3 in the back, that hold the 2 shells together. I ran my car like that for 2 years without them. I didn't even fucking know, and I'm really embarrassed to admit it. But I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway, so that everybody else has a chance to fucking learn from my mistakes. These are the washers for the big long screws that hold it down. And I have no idea what the hell those go to. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess. Alright, so step 1. We're going to put a layer of Permatex in each of these. Here, 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 all the way around. Now, you don't want to put too much, but you don't want to put too little. So what I'm going to do is fill each cavity halfway, like that, right? So I'm going to fill each cavity halfway. Then we're going to put this make sure I got it going the right way. And I do not. It is directional. It only goes in one way, guys. There it is. So, then I'm going to install this, and then I'm going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, you're there. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, there's fucking screws that go around the outside. This is them. There's 6 total, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I take that back. There's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 8 total. Then there's 2 here and here that go on the bottom. Now when I took this off the car, the other thing I noted is that these 2 screws right here and here had backed out almost an inch, and as you can see, those are only about 1.5 inches long. So there wasn't but maybe 2 or 3 threads left. So when I put these back in, what I'm going to do is I am going to, since this is plastic, Loctite's not really going to work. I'm going to fill the holes with a little bit of that Permatex right there. I'm going to drive the screw down into it. And then I'm going to take a little Scotch-Brite. I'm going to scuff it up just slightly. And I'm just going to kind of take a little bit on my finger, fill in the head, and put a little around the sides, just kind of hold it in place. And for these bad boys here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drive the screw, I'm going to put a little Permatex in there, I'm going to drive the screw in, and then I'm going to basically just kind of fill this cavity basically with the Permatex. And that's going to kind of make sure that it doesn't back out, because I can't have any more air leaks. I'm going insane. I've been chasing air leaks on this damn thing for a while now, and I didn't understand why until I learned that there's these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking bolts that hold the shell together. As you can see, there we go. Everything lined up. And these 6 bolts hold the shell together. And then you just run your bolts and washers here. And that was kind of the mistake that I had made. And I'm not going to repeat that mistake, guys. So I learned my lesson the hard way, and hopefully you guys don't have to. I got a little bit of degunking to do here on the top lid. As you can see, I've still got a little bit of carbon in there. It's not too bad. This took me quite a while to get it as clean as it is now. And you can see I've still got a little bit of, I mean, you have to realistically call it at some point. And so I called it. That's as clean as I feel like getting it. It really doesn't need to be much cleaner than that. And as you can see, the bottom is totally degummed. So anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and start laying this bead of Permatex. And I'm gonna keep this upside down in case you guys are curious. You can see how good they did that porting. They did a really fucking good job. They really did. Whoever ported this intake manifold, I don't know who you are. But on the odd chance that you ever watch this video, fucking hats off, buddy, whoever you are. All right, I'm gonna get to it and we'll be back. Okay, so now we're gonna put the silicone in. I had to do a little bit of cleaning, and this is what I'm using here. And the directions are: put a 1/4 inch bead all the way around all the working surfaces. So I'm going to run the bead all the way around here and down through here. This is critical. You got to do each of these because these lips right here seal down here, and there's no gasket or anything that goes here, so you have to use RTV for that. And you want to use high temp. This is good to 500 Fahrenheit, and it's oil resistant, and it's sensor safe because you got the MAP sensor back there. So I'm going to go ahead, lay my bead of silicone in each of these, and then I'm going to lay around the perimeter. And then I'm going to set that bad boy in. I'm going to tighten it down just until it starts to squirt silicone out of the sides. Then I'm going to let it sit for an hour. Then I'm going to finish tightening it down, do what I got to do. I'm going to get the top gasket in, and I'll be back when I start laying that top gasket. Alright guys, so you can see I've got a good 1/4 inch bead or so all the way around. Got it down everywhere. Got to go all the way around it like so. Anyway, you get the idea. Now coming over here, so you can see there's a lip at the bottom of this, and that lip is going to fit and be sealed by the silicone going all the way around. All right, nothing so grand, nothing so fancy. You can see down here at the base of each of the posts, that's going to get a little bead of silicone as well, and inside there and there, so you don't have any air leaks. All right, back to the time warp. All right, guys, so as you can see, go ahead, one second, take off the gloves. So you can see it's seated. I'm going to put a little RTV in the head of each one of these screws just to make sure that it's not going anywhere. And then you can see I've still got the bead of silicone running around it. So now we're going to take this bad boy and make it fit there. So I'm going to go get the old gasket so we can hold it up and show you the comparison. This is just one giant 3-meter long ball of fuck. I don't know what Fast was thinking I don't know why they couldn't make a preformed gasket. I don't know. Whatever. It works when it works, and it works until it doesn't work anymore. So let me go get this. I put a little too much RTV in some of the wrong spots, and that was my fault. So I'm probably going to have to clean some of that out. Moving on. So as you can tell, this gasket is all grooved out, and it's definitely seen better days. You know what I'm saying? So you can see it's just glued together. So it looks like what I need to do is lay the perimeter and then cut each individual runner and do it that way. So I'm going to lay one big continuous gasket all the way around this motherfucker, and then one like that. Just do it like that. I'll even do the sound effects. All right, moving on. Okay, so that part's done, and now I have to get the hardware for the 3, and then I'm just going to pull it down so that it seals the upper to the lower, and then we're going to let it sit for the night so that everything can cure. I'll be right back after I change the battery. All right, I'm back. Battery's changed. So you're going to need 6 of these nuts. Nuts. Sorry, couldn't resist. Apologize. Possibly 6 washers. I don't really fucking know. And then you've got these 6 bolts. So, Skippy. Okay, so if you guys watch the time warp, you'll see that I put some of the bolts in, okay? And these bolts sit on flat parts on the bottom. And what you got to do is draw the upper down to the lower, and then I can put the nuts on here, 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 and on the front side, and then I got to take all the nuts off the bottom. Give me 1 second. Okay, so just to show you, you're only doing this for installation so you can suck it down to get these short screws in. That's it. I didn't realize that. I'm kind of figuring this out as I go because honestly, fast, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. You guys fucking sell an intake manifold for damn near $1,000. I bought mine used, so thank God for that. But I bought the motherfucker used with no fucking instructions. And even when you go online and you download it, the instructions are vague and almost useless. Anyway, off my rant. Almost. Motherfuckers in the performance industry, fuck you. Grow some fucking balls. Write a fucking instruction manual that covers all aspects of your gadget, widget, toy, whatever the fuck it is that you're making, so people like me can unfuck it down the road. Back at it. All right, guys. So you can see here, these are 10 millimeter nuts on the bottom. They come with the fast kit. These are going to get removed after the sealant sets. This is why you need to suck them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's hard to see. I actually did have a nut in there, I guess from a previous install. Anyway, I got to clean out the sealant in here, here, here. Not a big deal. I'm going to leave these in until tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to go ahead and break these nuts loose, and we'll be ready to install. And then these are just going to get torqued as normal with Loctite. Loctite, Loctite, Loctite. And these get torqued to 89 inch-pounds. You have to step it up in a series of 3, but it gets torqued in 89 inch-pounds. Roger? Savvy? All right. Okay, so it's all torqued down. You can see you just need a 1/4 inch drive, inch-pound torque wrench. I did 89 inch-pounds in 3 steps for the front and rear. These are just kind of snug down. They're not torqued. I really don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm just going to probably try to snug it slightly more. I might go to like 30 inch-pounds. I don't know. And then I'm just going to clean up the extra sealant and go to bed. Tomorrow morning, the fun begins. So, just to update, I forgot after I torqued these to put Loctite, so I'm going to take them out one by one, Loctite them, and retorque them. Again, learn from my mistakes. Alrighty guys, good to go. Torqued, Loctited, all 6 of them bastards. It's going to set while everything cures, and tomorrow morning we'll put it on. Have a good night.